Abu Huraira said, one day we were with the Messenger of Allah, when we heard the sound of something landing. The Prophet said, do you know what this is? He said, Allah and his messenger know best. He said, this is a rock which was made to fall in hell 70 autumns ago, and now it has reached its floor. Related the same through another chain. Reported that the Messenger of Allah heard a sound and was frightened by it. Then Gabriel came to him, and he asked, O Gabriel, what is this sound? He said, this is a rock that fell from the edge of hell 70 years ago, and now is when it has reached its floor. Allah loved for you to hear its sound. Related from Anas from the Prophet, a narration with a similar wording in a hadith found in Sahih Muslim from Utbah. He said in a khutbah sermon, indeed a stone is thrown from the edge of hell, and it continues falling in hell for 70 years without reaching any floor. By Allah, it will be filled, and does that amaze you? He said, and he mentioned to us that what is between two sides of the gates of paradise is the distance of 40 years. And a day will come upon it that it will be filled with a crowd. May Allah, by His mercy, generosity, and grace, make us from this latter group, from the aforementioned crowd. The depth of hell is the distance it takes for a thrown rock to fall for 70 years. Related that the Messenger of Allah said, were a stone to be thrown in hell, it would fall for 70 years before it reached its floor. In another narration, do you know the capacity of hell? Those present said, no. He said, yes. By Allah, you do not know between the flesh of the ear of one of them. One of the dwellers of hell to his shoulder is the distance of 70 autumns. They said, no. He said, yes. By Allah, you do not know. Aisha related to me that she asked the Prophet about the saying of Allah, and on the day of resurrection the whole of the earth will be grasped by his hand, and the heavens will be rolled up in his right hand. She said, where are the people at that time? He said, on the bridge of hell. Related it as saying of the Prophet, and said in this form as well as saying of Ibn. The following is a hadith related by Ibn, which he ascribed to the Prophet. Hell will be brought on the day of resurrection, being led by 70,000 bridles. With each bridle there are 70,000 angels dragging it. It is also related as a saying of Ibn, and Allah knows best. The following narration is related by and imputed to the Prophet. Do you know that what the tafsir explanation is of this verse? Nay, when the earth is ground to powder, and your Lord comes with the angels in rows, and hell will be brought near that day. On that day will men remember. But how will that remembrance then avail him? The Prophet said, on the day of resurrection, hell will be led by 70,000 bridles. Each bridle will be in the hand of 70,000 angels. He then said, a spark spread, and had not Allah confided, it would have burned the heavens and the earth. Related from his father that the Prophet said, heat is hell. the hugeness of their bodies in the hellfire. May Allah protect us from their situation. Allah said,